Great. All right, Madam Secretary, call the roll, please.
Chair Stefanko.
Here.
Director Westerman.
Here.
Director Perry.
Here.
Director Corcoran. And Director Zarofsky.
I am here.
Directors Krasansky and DeMarquis are absent, but we have a quorum of the board.
All right, outstanding. Thank you. First item of business is approval of the draft minutes from the February 9th board meeting. I think everyone was present, if I'm not mistaken, so I'll take a motion in a second.
Motion for approval.
Thank you, James.
I'll second.
Thanks, Dean. Any discussion or changes, edits? All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Right, unanimous. My report, I don't have much to say other than I know we've discussed a little bit of climate issues. So I will be having staff from DEC's Office of Climate Change and Resiliency come down at the next board meeting on the 6th. For a short discussion, Q&A, brief overview from a high level for the board and membership and staff. So just wanted to let you know that that's still, I haven't forgotten. And I have nothing else to go on there. So Madam President.
I have just two things. First, as the governor mentioned in her State of the State, she wanted to create community assistance teams to go out and proactively reach out to small, rural, disadvantaged communities and provide technical assistance, help with anything they might need to access our funding. So on February 22nd, in a press release, Governor Hochul announced the launch of the community assistance teams, and EFC is working with DEC, DOH, DOS, Housing and Community Renewal, and partnering with these state agencies and some local groups out in the regions too, to go to communities and meet with them and help them access our assistance. We also have on our website a form where they can complete and indicate that the municipality wants help. And since we announced the launch of the community assistance teams, we've received over 50 requests. So we've done an initial outreach to all of those communities, and we're evaluating those requests to see what's the best means of helping them. We can help them from the beginning of planning what their project might be to helping them complete their application for funding. So we're doing that and proactively getting out. We've already done 2 events. We participated in 2 events in Mohawk Valley and with Madison County. I wanted to say Monroe. Madison County communities. We've already done those 2 communities, and we have one scheduled for March and April in the Adirondacks and the Southern Tier, and we hope to get to all the regions. The plan is at least one event in every region before the end of the year. We've also brought on a new employee to help specifically with CATS and help that effort, Nick Dimitrazik, and he's working with the executive team, and he'll be helping with that effort. So it's really exciting. It's just building on the efforts we've already done, but it's a real concerted effort and bringing in all the partner agencies. So we're excited about that. And I've asked Brian to speak about the 2023 funding transaction and just give the board an update where we are on that.
Thanks, Maureen. As you know, last month we brought a resolution to refund 12B, 12E, and 13B, part of the MFI. Just to give a little background of what's happened since then. The rates on February 9th, when we brought it, they ranged from 2.58 to, on the short end, to 3.04 out at the final maturity. Since then, they've done nothing but go up. So now they're at 2.93 to 3.37. I think we mentioned it, that volatility is what we're going to see in the market for the next who knows how long. The Fed chairman has testified that they're on multiple occasions that they're not afraid to moving up the yields at the next meeting, which is the end of March, by even over the 25 basis points that we think is built in. So right now, it's all going to be data driven. This week, we have payroll release tomorrow. And then on Tuesday is CPI. So that'll be the basis of what happens with the market. If it goes up, we've been told that everybody thinks that 25 basis points is built in. If it goes up any higher than that, then the market will adjust to that. What it did to the refunding was when we came in and on February 9th, the savings was approximately 18 million. It's dropped it down to 2.4 million. But that's still about 6.5% savings. Some folks are dropping down close to that 3% threshold. The 12E series is the one that gets the closest to the threshold. So that's something we'll have to watch. And we'll have to just have to look at it and see what we can do to keep the savings up over our 3% threshold. So. And we've sent out borrower reach outs. We've gotten about half of them back. We've been stressing with them that we won't do this if there's negative savings to them. So, some folks are saving about $1,000, but it's still almost 3% of theirs because they've only got, 40,000 outstanding. So.
Amazing how quickly you can go from 18 million to 2 million, right?
Yeah. So.
Crazy markets.
Any questions?
That's great.
Thank you.
That's it. All right. Okay, no committees this month. I think we have audit next month. No, unless anyone has anything they want to bring up as unfinished business, we'll move right to resolutions.
One question, Jeff, if I could, which is, and I don't know if now or a different time we can talk about this, which is in my travels, hearing some scuttlebutt that there may be some interest by the New York delegation to earmark some EPA funds that could come to EFC. Is that something that's on everybody's radar screen? I'd love to just learn more about that, because I only heard at the highest level, so I don't know if that's, an opportunity or not. But if there's anything on that, I think it's worth the board knowing about that.
I guess I'm not exactly to earmark money that's coming.
Yeah, apparently some folks in the congressional delegation, and I'm hearing this could be way out. I'm hearing this three ways, are talking about earmarking some EPA funds that might could flow to EFC. And so I just didn't know enough about it to know what to say, but obviously would welcome the notion of having funds made available if that's true. But I just don't know. Again, that's all I know. So we can talk about it in whatever form or make sense or whatever you guys want to dig into it. But I just obviously would want to know. I think the board would want to know if there's that's in process at some level.
Right. I don't know if that's the earmarks that are flowing through EPA that they would like to have the state SRS administer. Because New York got a number of earmarks, or there's a new small disadvantaged emerging contaminant grant. So, and other than that, it's all the money that we've been getting through Bill. So I'm not sure anybody else at the table.
I'll try to figure out on mine. I just didn't want to pass by the possibility of if there was additional funds out there that we didn't at least know about, talk about them.
Right. Yeah. They're coming from all over the place, but we're keeping track of them. Like you said, we don't want to let something, not take advantage of something that we could take advantage of. So, but if you've got more information, happy to look into it.
And
I'll see what else I can find. It was literally like a passing comment during a conference
Okay.
on the Hill, so it was not major. But
I think the president was proposing his executive budget today, so we'll take a look
Oh, okay.
to see if something's in there relevant to the SRFs. I think it was today. It's either today or tomorrow.
yeah, no, today I think.
Yeah, we can take a look.
Good, great, thanks.
All right, thanks, Adam. Okay, we'll start with the resolutions. Resolution number 1.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation making certain determinations and authorizing certain actions in connection with the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund and authorizing financial assistance payments to certain municipalities to fund eligible drinking water projects from funds appropriated for water infrastructure improvement projects.
Thank you, Kate. Can I have a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Francis. Adam with the second, thank you. All right, David Phillips would be presenting.
Okay, good morning. We have two drinking water projects today. First one is the town of Bedford in Westchester County. This will be receiving an EC WIA grant. Project is for installation of 2 new wells, including treatment in a new transmission main to connect the wells into the existing system. These wells will replace existing wells number 1 and 2, which both have MCL exceedances for PFOA and PFOS. The next project is for the village of Brockton in Chautauqua County. This project will be receiving a WIA grant in a short-term market rate DWSRF financing. The project will replace approximately 3,400 linear feet of aged and deteriorated water main on Central Avenue within the village. So this water main experiences frequent breaks, that will be replaced. Additionally, this project will address a New York State sanitary code violation, which was issued by the Chautauqua County DOH for failure to maintain a minimum required pressure in the distribution system. That's it. Any questions?
Thanks, Dave. We're good. All right. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, unanimous. Resolution number 2.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation amending the prior authorizations for financial assistance to be provided by the corporation to certain recipients in connection with the Clean Water State Revolving Fund.
Thank you. Could I have a motion and a second, please? James, thank you.
Second.
Christine, thank you very much. Brian McAvoy will be presenting.
Thank you. The first project is for the Dutchess County Waste and Wastewater Authority in Dutchess County. This project consists of the design and construction of the Greenfield Sewer and Wastewater Treatment Plant rehabilitation. We're looking for authorization to extend the maturity date from May 10th, 2023 to December 31st, 2023. The extended time or the additional time is needed so the financing or the project can participate in the anticipated 2023 long-term leverage pool financing. The second project is for the village of Leroy. This is in Genesee County. This project consists of the planning, design, and construction of wastewater treatment plant rehabilitation and improvements. Seeking authorization to increase the funding by $500,000 in short-term interest-free financing, a modification of the project's scope to extend the maturity date from May 17th, 2023 to May 17th, 2024. The scope modification and the additional cost can be attributed to the phase 2 of the wastewater treatment plant upgrades, particularly for the construction of an ultraviolet disinfection system to meet new discharge permit requirements. Last project is for the Wayne County Water and Sewer Authority. It's in Wayne County. This project consists of the planning, design, and construction of a regional wastewater treatment plant to serve 4 neighboring municipalities. We're seeking, in this ID, we are seeking authorization to increase the current financing by $18,627,030 in short-term interest-free financing and $19,877,030 in short-term market rate financing. We're also looking to extend the maturity date from September 24th, 2025 to September 24th, 2027. This project will also be addressed in ID number 4, where we request authorization to add a $30 million IMG grant. The reason for the extended time and the additional funds is that when they went out to bid, the bids came back very high. This resulted in the authority actually splitting the bids and rebidding. They did get a little relief in doing this, but it still was a significant cost increase. That's it, unless there's any questions.
Thanks, Brian.
No, great.
Great, thank you. All right, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. Resolution number 3.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation making certain determinations and authorizing certain actions in connection with the Clean Water State Revolving Fund.
Okay, could I have a motion and a second, please? James, thank you.
A second.
Francis, thank you very much. Bill Brazell will be presenting.
Great, good morning. Today we have 2 clean water projects before the board for new financings. Both are long-term financings. First, we have the City of Oswego in Oswego County. Request before the board today is for approval of a $7,436,058 long-term interest-free financing. This project also included a previously authorized WIA grant of nearly $1.4 million. The City of Oswego owns and operates 2 wastewater treatment plants, known as the East Side Treatment Plant and the West Side Treatment Plant. In 2016, the city entered a consent order with DEC, which required preparation of an asset management plan for the East Side wastewater treatment plant. The asset management plan prioritized capital projects at the treatment plant and identified certain controls, electrical and mechanical systems that were in poor condition and in need of replacement. The scope of this project included upgrades to the supervisory control and data acquisition, or SCADA system, and upgrades to the electrical and mechanical systems at the East Side wastewater treatment plant.
Questions for Bill?
That's the first
Oh,
one.
that's the first one. Troy next.
Troy.
Okay. Sorry, Troy.
Don't forget my dad. All right, the second long-term financing is for the city of Troy in Rensselaer County. It's a $4.8 million interest-free financing. The project also included a CWSRF grant, WQIP grant from DEC, and some other third-party funding. This project is the first part of Troy's obligation under the Albany Pool Combined Sewer Overflow Long-Term Control Plan, and includes about 10 of the many projects that are required under the long-term control plan. In March of 2022, we closed a short-term financing that included some additional work, but this is the long-term on the initial piece of Troy's obligations under the long-term control plan. Any questions?
Great, thank you. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Resolution number 4.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing financial assistance payments to a selected municipality to fund eligible intermunicipal water infrastructure projects.
Thank you, Kate. May I have a motion and a second, please?
I'll make a motion.
Christine, thank you. Adam, thank you for the second. Brian McAvoy again with the presentation.
Thank you. This is the same project I described in ID number 2. This ID, we're requesting authorization to add a $30 million IMG grant, which will help address the increased project costs. Thank you.
We're good, I think. All those in favor? Aye.
Detailed presentation, yes.
Thank you.
Moving along nicely. All right. Our last item is item number 5.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing the transfer of certain funds to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and establishing the terms and conditions thereof.
Okay, can I have a motion and a second, please? James, thank you.
I'll second.
Christine, thank you very much. I'll be recusing myself from the vote, but Albert Schneid will be presenting.
So for the board is a resolution to authorize a $3.5 million payment to DEC to support water quality activities. Funds for this payment are generated by EFC from CWSRF administrative fees charged to borrowers and it's allowable as an other water quality purpose under regulations which dictate the use of CWSRF fee income. The amount is fully supported by time and attendance records of DEC employees assigned to water quality activities.
Thank you, Albert. Questions, discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it was unanimous with one recusal. That concludes our resolutions. Does anyone have any new business they would like to address? All right. Our next board meeting will be April 6th. Can't believe April's here already at 11:30. It'll be preceded by audit committee at 11 a.m. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
Thank
Second?
you, Adam and Francis. All those in favor? Aye.
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 We are adjourned.